Here's the thing nobody tells you about success. It's not about chasing harder. It's about changing who you are. I was 25 when everything shifted. Up until that point, I was grinding away, pouring all my energy into my job. And sure, I was making money, a decent living. But nothing really moved. My bank account stayed the same. My life stayed the same. I felt stuck. Then someone said something that flipped my entire world upside down. Stop working so hard on your job. Start working harder on yourself. At first, I didn't get it. What does that even mean? But the more I sat with it, the more it made sense. And once I applied it, my whole life transformed. Let me break it down for you. When you work hard at your job, you earn a paycheck. That's it. You trade hours for dollars. But when you work hard on yourself, on your skills, your mindset, your habits, you don't just earn money. You build wealth. You create opportunities. You become the kind of person success naturally flows to. Think about it like this. Success isn't something you chase down like a wild animal. It's something you attract. And you attract it by becoming more attractive, not physically, but as a person, as a professional, as someone with value. Now, here's the kicker. Most people spend their entire lives focused on the wrong thing. They're obsessed with the external, the job title, the promotion, the raise. And yeah, those things matter, but they're not the root. They're the fruit. The root is you, who you are, what you bring to the table. So, how do you actually do this? How do you work on yourself? It starts with growth, real intentional growth. Learn new skills, not just one, multiple, because the more valuable you become, the more money you can command. If you triple your value, you can triple your income. If you multiply your skills by 5, you can multiply your paycheck by 5. It's that simple, but it requires one thing, effort directed inward. Read more, study more, train yourself in different areas. Pick up a second language if it serves you. Master communication, understand psychology, get better at sales, even if you're not in sales, because life is about persuading and influencing in a good way. Here's where it gets real, though. The hardest person to work with isn't your boss. It's not your coworkers. It's you. Yeah, you heard me. Yourself. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you're reluctant when you should be excited? How you procrastinate when you know you should move? How you hold yourself back even when the opportunity is right there? That's the battle. That's the real work. Getting yourself in alignment, getting your mind, your emotions, and your actions all pointing in the same direction. And honestly, the external stuff isn't even that hard. Most people in the world are pretty decent. Sure, you'll run into a few miserable ones here and there, but even then, there's not that many of them. They just move around a lot. So it feels like they're everywhere. But in reality, dealing with other people is easy. Dealing with yourself, that's the challenge. So what does working on yourself actually look like day to day? It means upgrading your personality. It means checking your temperament when things don't go your way. It means building the kind of mindset that doesn't crumble under pressure. It means becoming disciplined, consistent, and responsible, not because someone's watching, but because that's who you are now. It's about communication, learning how to connect with people, how to listen, how to influence without manipulation, how to lead, even if you're not in charge. It's about culture, understanding different perspectives, being adaptable, being curious, being someone who adds value wherever they go. When you commit to this, when you truly invest in becoming a better, sharper, more capable version of yourself, the world opens up. Doors that were closed start swinging wide. Opportunities that seemed impossible suddenly become realistic. People start noticing you differently, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you've genuinely leveled up. And here's the best part. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle. It's a commitment to never stop growing, to never settle, to always be evolving. Because the truth is, you can have more than you've got right now. Way more. But only if you're willing to become more than you are. Most people plateau. They hit a certain level and just camp out there. They stop learning. They stop pushing. They convince themselves they've arrived. But you're different. You're here because you know there's more. And you're right. So let me leave you with this. If you want your life to change, stop waiting for external circumstances to shift. Stop waiting for the perfect job, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment. Start with you. Invest in you. Grow you. Build you. Work on your skills. Work on your mindset. Work on your communication. Work on your discipline. Work on your habits. Become the kind of person who attracts success naturally. Because once you do that, everything else falls into place. So, what are you going to do today to start becoming more attractive? Not in a shallow way, but in a way that makes the world take notice? What skill are you going to learn? What habit are you going to build? What part of yourself are you going to upgrade? Start now. Start small, but start. And if this hit home for you, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe, because we're just getting started, and I've got way more to share with you. Let's grow together.